Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Let me just quickly say thank you for those of you who have become Facebook supporters. For just $1 a month, it really goes a long way to keeping the free weather apps free. The Meteorologist Joe Cioffi weather app and Angry Ben's weather app, the Angry Weatherman. And you can download those on Google Play or on the App Store, although Angry Ben's app is not available yet for iPhones. So I just want to kind of set things up with regards to going into this weekend because I imagine that all the social media chatter is going to be about a storm system that's going to possibly impact the Northeast from Northeast Virginia to southern New England. And there are some issues here that we're going to have to look at. And one is the fact that when you look at what's going on across southern Canada and across the northern tier of the US, you notice one thing here: a lot of weather systems rolling along. And that makes the forecast very, very difficult because all these systems are interacting with each other. Now here's another view, and this one is from on the Pacific side, and you see these big weather systems that are rolling along, and the latest one, the system that is now moving into the Pacific Northwest. This is the one that is going to eventually drop southward and southeastward down into the Southwest, and then swing across and move east. But there's also energy that's going to be coming down from Canada, and the question is, how does this all time out? Do these systems phase together? Do they stay separate? And also, one of the bigger questions I think is going to be, well, how much cold air are we going to have? Because quite frankly, while it will be chilly for the second half of this week, from eastern Pennsylvania, for most of eastern Pennsylvania to southern New England at least, it is not really going to be that sort of deep polar or Arctic cold that you often look for when setting up for accumulating snows. Now let's roll back and take a look at what's happening today because we do have some decent weather going on, at least from the standpoint point of precipitation. It's fairly quiet in the Northeast. Not seeing a whole lot of lake effect going on, although lately some of this stuff has been showing up under the radar. The obvious feature right now is from Kansas down into Texas, where we have one of these Gulf lows that's moving eastward, and this is not going to have any impact on our weather here in the eastern part of the United States. And meanwhile, in the Pacific Northwest, you're seeing all that precip that's coming in that is going to be eventually moving toward the southeast, and that's the low that we're going to be watching as we go into the weekend. So, as far as getting there goes, the weather's going to be nice and quiet really through Friday. We have a high, not a particularly strong one, but high pressure building up to the north. You can see it here on the weather map. It's north of northern Minnesota and back up to its north, getting a little closer to Hudson Bay. The air with it is chilly, but from the standpoint of wintertime temperatures, we're talking the coldest temperatures are in the teens and single digits. We could easily see air masses this time of year where those temperatures have a minus sign in front of them, and they don't. Here's this low that is in North Texas that's going to basically move eastward and gradually weaken as it does so. So really, it's all about high pressure for the rest of the week. And now we'll set up what we think is going to happen for the weekend. This is the jet stream upper air. We're dry. You can take a look at what's going on in the west. The system in the northwest drops down into the southwest and then swings eastward. And then you also have a trough in the north that gets involved. So that, again, the question's going to be, do they phase together? Do they stay separate? If you take a look here, the system is the northern part of that trough tends to dominate, and actually the southern part seems to be getting left behind. So that makes the forecast a little more difficult. If you're going to get any kind of accumulating snow in a situation like this, you really need to have the dynamics aloft because you don't have the cold air, and that's something that I think you should pay attention to when it comes to hearing forecasts or seeing whatever you see on social media. I'm sure you're going to have people that are going to play this up, and I'm just letting you know that in order for something of any consequence to happen as far as snow is concerned, it's going to be absolutely perfect. But until then, it's dry and decent. We've got some cloud issues today, much like we had yesterday. There'll probably be some breaks of sun from time to time. Some places will get more than others. Then the highest to our north for Wednesday into Thursday. We should be dry right into Friday. Temperatures are going to continue to just slowly ease down. So highs will be in the low to at most middle 40s today from Northeast Virginia to southern New England. And then mostly 30s to around 40 for Wednesday and 30s for Thursday into Friday. Here's the latest run of the GFS, which takes low pressure off the Virginia coast. There's a little bit of snow there on the northern fringe, but again, notice the model. You really would need to get this to become a really deep, intense storm in order to bring down some cold air. The dynamics of providing colder air from the top of the atmosphere down, and I just don't know. I'm just not seeing it here. And then this moves away Saturday, and weather conditions improve on Sunday. So look, until we get there, there's still a lot that we have to sort through, and this could certainly wind up being much ado about nothing. So just bear that in mind, and probably won't have any kind of clarity on this for another couple of days. So we'll see what happens. When we get around to Thursday, we should have it all figured out. All right. Have a great day. We'll have our Joe and Joe weather show tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time on my YouTube channel, Joe Cioffi, and also run over to Joe Rayo's YouTube channel, Joe Rayo Weather, and use your Gmail account to subscribe to his and also to mine. And then you can participate in the chat because we do all our live streams on YouTube. Joe does his, and then he joins me on my show on the Joe Cioffi YouTube channel. So, and it's all free anyhow. Okay, have a great day, everybody.